Hello, good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. My name is Augustine, and you may be viewing me from anywhere within the world. And I'm one of the many voices within the Kringle Private Society, and I have come to give another broadcast. Today is Wednesday, and my previous broadcast was on Monday. I said I was going to make a broadcast again on Wednesday, same time being 5 p.m. West African time. And please, before I would proceed, I would want you to like my video, subscribe to my channel if you are new to my station, and also give me a thumbs up. Now, there is a kind of model that I want to create within the Kringle Private Society, especially to my viewers that do come on live to watch me. Now, I've made some with people in the community, Kringle private community or society. And to a good extent, they have listened to my video and they have said that I speak the mind of the administration to a good extent, maybe 70, 80, 90%. And I do appreciate that. But when I look into the number of likes that I receive in my broadcast, it is not commensurate to the number of people who view my broadcast. So I want to crave your indulgence. If you are going to watch my video, cultivate the habit of giving me a like. Now, not that I am begging for a like, but it is giving social recognition to my video, and it is also showing that the community is united in love and in respect. When you make a video and it is liked by majority of those who view your videos, it shows that they have they have you at heart and they are in agreement with what the administration is working upon. So going forward, I think it will be good if you come onto my video or come into my live broadcast, do well to give me a like. And if 100 people view my videos and 70 people give me a like, I think it's a plus. It's a plus on my own side. So today, the title of my broadcast is going to be How Informed Are You Within the Kringle Private Community or within the Kringle Private Society? Now, I'm going to divide my broadcast into three phases. And the first phase of my broadcast is to give us a general evaluation of the broadcast that I've been doing so far. And I want to make use of it to explain a number of things. Now, the second one is I'm going to border on the conference that will be coming up next month. Sorry, next 2 months, which will be on March. And then the third one I'm going to talk about is the training that is going to begin. I'm going to begin a training from the 1st of February 2020. And I'm going to take my time to explain this. Within the first 25 to 30 minutes, I'm going to make these things as brief as possible, and then I'll call it a day. Following this broadcast, I'll be going into Facebook to also do a live broadcast on Facebook. Please do well to be a friend if you are not a friend yet on Facebook. And we are building a community of love and respect, first of all. Secondly, we are building a family. And to a good extent, I've met people within the Kringle Private Society who are now my friends, who are now my community members. And I can attest that everyone who has also met me has said that to a good extent, I have been of good conduct. And I have shown myself as a leader that you can trust, you can work with without fear of being deceived. Now, that is what the administration has in mind. When you look into our community or into the world at large, you'll find out that so many people are doing so many things in the name of money, deceiving people, taking advantages of people, which is not worth it. And if that system continues, what will happen is that it's going to plunge humanity into default destruction. The TBC, Kringle Private Society, is out to make a difference. We are going to be a system that will continue to grow stronger by the day, while other systems will continue to go more and more into wickedness and evil. Enough said on that. Now, let me share my screen and officially begin my broadcast. All right. Now, I think my screen is being shared. Like I said, I'm going to divide this broadcast into 3 categories. The first thing I'm going to talk about is my videos. I'm going to explain, or I'm going to evaluate the videos that I've made. Recall that the title of my video is How Informed Are You Within the Kringle Private Community or Society? Now, I'm going to be addressing majorly the newcomers and those who are also my subscribers in the Kringle Private Society, so that some of you are going to understand that you should not be willfully ignorant. You should get yourself up to date, because if you are not up to date, by the day, you are going to be out of synchronizing with the community. So quickly, I go back to this is my channel, and then in my channel, I'm going to take my time to address the first 20 videos that I have made. And I'm also going to assess it. And then with that, I'm going to use it to ask you a question. And that question will be, how informed are you within the Kringle Private Society? The first video which I made was this particular one. Sorry, the most recent video I made was this particular one. Now, this one says, very soon, the TBC community will become the envy of the world. Now, this video was not put on the blog, and so far so good. According to the information I'm seeing here, it is 139. But in reality, it is not 139. It is much more than 139. It is about 143 as at now. And looking at this particular video, 143 views, and the number of likes is 15. Fortunately, there are no dislikes, which is a good one. But you see, the number of likes in comparison to the number of videos doesn't show that people in the Kringle Private Society are loving enough to be able to encourage their broadcasters. It takes a number of things, especially a number of courage, to come out and do broadcasts for the next 25 to 30 minutes. Some people are giving away to the broadcast to the point where they could take as much as 45 minutes or even an hour. I have been into that kind of situation before, where I'm so giving into my broadcast and I forget that time is going and 45 minutes goes by, even an hour and an hour plus. But I don't intend doing that going forward. But the bottom line I'm trying to say is this particular video was a good one. Good number of people watched it and people are still watching it. But do well to cultivate the habit of liking videos. And if you are not liking the video, you do not like it, do not go ahead towards dislike it. Do well to like the video, especially in the Kringle Private Society. These things do matter a whole lot. It shows that we actually are promoting the Kringle Private Society. It actually shows that we are in support of mass adoption, because one of the criteria of being in the mass adoption team is becoming a broadcaster. And those who have been doing broadcasting, if they are not well encouraged, I tell you, everyone's mindset is not the same. If you keep discouraging people again and again, at some point they could go down. But not everyone has that mind. I, for instance, even if I make a video and everyone gives me a dislike, it does not deter my mindset. Because your mind, if it is defeated, that means you have actually been defeated. But the bottom line I'm driving at is these videos that I put on, do well to always give it a like. That is one. And if you haven't watched this video, do well to watch this video. TBC will soon become the envy of the world. So many people may be thinking how realistic and how possible it is. When you sit down and look into your environment, you'll find out that politicians in our country, which is the Federal Capital Territory, Nigeria, politicians are beginning to fight themselves. I wouldn't want to go into politics, but you understand what I mean. There has been a recent event that came into Imo State. The present governor of Imo State fortunately was from my place, and actually a number of things went on. And the people in that particular state are clamoring and they are crying that injustice has taken place. Another one happened in Kaduna, and you see, this is 1 in a million. The second one are all these terrorist organizations. Now they are fighting each other ever since the existence of Goodluck Jonathan. These people has been there, even as far back as one of the previous governors, General Olusegun Obasanjo. These people has been fighting and fighting and fighting. They have been terrorist organizations. And why are they doing all these things? Simple, because they want to continue to make money. I want you to understand that these things are not of themselves. Ever since the military expertise and skill that the Federal Capital Territory, Nigeria, and also the whole country in Nigeria at large has, is enough. We have enough willpower to be able to subdue this terrorist organization. The question I ask you is, why is it that they are still thriving? It is simple, because they want to continue to earn. Now we are building a world system that is taking away that kind of system, the system of violence, the system of usurping authority over humanity by force. When the majority of humanity decides to open up their hearts and starts accepting Kringles as a medium of exchange, I want you to know that you are not fighting the system. The system is still existing, but we have chosen to go our own way. Now, when you begin to understand that we are going our own way, by default, we are taking away power from them. And this is the reason why every day we are coming out and giving you broadcasts saying, embrace Kringle Private Society as a medium of exchange. Because as long as this paper money continues to exist, and the powers that be are still existing, I want to tell you that wickedness will continue to thrive. Well, enough said on this particular video. Let me close it and go into another video. Another video is this particular one. This one is how the admin will distribute coins within the Kringle Private Society. And I wouldn't want to click on, I wouldn't want it to play out. But looking at this particular video, there are 194, and the number of likes are 22. Now, this is not encouraging enough. Now, it has been wonderful. Good people are watching my videos, and I think a good number of them are getting value from this video. But I want us to encourage the broadcasters. It is not only me that I'm making particular concerns about. I'm talking about broadcasters at large, because the way the world would perceive us, it is dependent on how many people view a particular broadcast and give it a like. If you are giving it a like again and again, out of 100 views, 90 gives it a like. That means we are united. And until we get this particular thing, we are not going to be able to grow our community to a point of mass adoption. People are watching for social proofs. People are watching for how united we are. People are watching for how well we are aligned with the mind of the administration. Small things as little as this matter a lot. Okay? Now, enough said on that. Now, this one was why you need to join the mass adoption team. Now, I wouldn't want to open this one. This one is 356. Okay, I think I should open it quickly. This was the one that the administration put on the blog. And this particular one that the administration put on the blog, it was so unfortunate. Now, out of 385 videos, 385 views, the number of people who liked my videos was 8. That clearly shows that there is an out of alignment. The number of people who have watched my videos are 385, close to 400. And this was done on 15th of January. And how many people has liked my video? Does it mean that people are not in support of the mind of the administration? Now, I do not know. Because as long as I'm concerned, I was able to speak out. I didn't even intend making a video that was going to last so long. I made that video very quickly. And I think the administration looked at it and felt it was okay to be put on the blog. But if the blog is put up there and these things are put up on the blog, why is the community not aligning themselves with the mind of the administration? As long as I'm concerned, there is a way you will communicate with the administration. Some ways that we communicate with the administration is body language, giving likes to broadcasters. It means that we have the mind of the broadcasters at heart. It means that we have the full support of the community. We shouldn't be looking at the Kringle Private Society from one perspective. One perspective that will benefit us, because from my own understanding, the majority of the leaders in the community are looking for one loophole to take advantage of it and then swallow and take up as much wealth or as much finance or take advantage of as many people as they can take. People who are gullible, people who are ignorant, people who are still novice, people who are still naive. And broadcasters and people who are building the community are the ones to work in unison to make sure that these people who are only out there for their private gain are checkmated as soon as possible. But this cannot happen when there is no proper alignment and likes when broadcasters come up. Some people make broadcasts, 20 people view it and only one view, one like. Some people, 60 people view it, and out of 60 people, 3 likes. It is not encouraging. We are a community to set an example to the world at large. And if we're going to set an example, charity begins at home. Let us unite ourselves and begin to work in that spirit. I want to believe that from this day, videos that will be done by broadcasters at large, anyone who views this video, even before the person has watched it to half, the person should give it a like. Even if you don't really like it, you are passing on a message so that we can be more united in love, in respect, and to communicate well and effectively with each other. Please bear this at the back of your mind. I brought up this particular video so that you will see this was a video that the administration put on the blog. At least the whole world saw this video, but how many people has liked it? Out of 385, less than 10%. It's not encouraging at all. Let us learn, please. And now, this one is how to create a broadcast on your KCBO. Now, this particular one, I have to open this one. Why do I have to open it? Now, I'm opening this because actually there have been 50 views. Out of 50 views, 3 likes and 1 dislike. Now, it is not encouraging. Secondly, this is one of the videos that the mass adoption team should put at the back of their mind. I can tell you categorically that those who are in the mass adoption team, we are now much more than 25,000. I can say that. We are much more than 25,000. Out of 25,000 people who are in the mass adoption team, much more than that, we could have gotten to 25,000 plus 30,000, 40,000. I do not have an idea. The administration has the proper the numbers. Now, out of these numbers, how many people are doing broadcasting? Out of these numbers, how many people are effectively broadcasting? Because it is going to be a thing of necessity. As at this point, we are still in the beginning phase of the mass adoption. I can tell you, the mass adoption is going to be seen like a job opportunity. The way that in Nigeria, for instance, the way it is so difficult for people to get a job, I see in the future of the Kringle Private Society, it is going to be that difficult for people to maintain their positions as TBC billionaires. When you go back into mass adoption, let's quickly go into the mass adoption poster. The mass adoption blog that the administration brought forth. This, no. Okay, let me use this one to refer to it. Yes, this is the mass adoption poster. Now, in this mass adoption poster, those of us who have taken your time to read it, you'll find out that there was a statement that the administration made. Now, let me read this particular paragraph, this last 2 paragraphs. I want you to listen to what, if you can, read through it again and again. It is good you keep reading, even though you've read it before, continue to read to have a proper understanding. So let me quickly read these last 2 paragraphs. This mass adoption team will be trained to lead the way towards TBC becoming mass adopted in the year 2020 and even going forward, not only in the year 2020. And each member will be given additional tasks. Please, I want you to pay attention. And each member will be given additional tasks to complete or to compete, okay, to complete, in order to stay on this team, until all of them act, think, and talk like billionaires that would be accepted by the world with such a title. Including all will be expected to become broadcasters. I am saying it slowly so that everyone would understand, so that it can digest into your mind. Okay, now where was I? I said think, talk, and like billionaires that will be accepted by the world with such a title, including all will be expected to become broadcasters and be drama-free. What does it mean to be drama-free? Let me explain. Being drama-free means there are some things that you may not have a foresight about in the Kringle Private Society. You may be tempted to talk about it in a negative way. No, every TBC mass adoption team member should be disciplined. Discipline should be your watchword. If you are not disciplined enough and you are creating commotion, even as a leader, I think you are not qualified. You have every right to be downsized. So the administration is telling you, even though you do not understand, I think you have people who are superior to you, like Bederick, like Stephen Coffey. There are so many other leaders that are out there who are all well informed. So when you do not understand, do not begin to rant and make a noise. Go to them privately. I am sure that these leaders are open to the community at large. If you send them a Facebook request, I believe they should answer. I believe you could interact with them, send them information through their videos. There are easier ways, several ways to get across to these people, especially when you do not have a proper understanding. There are leaders in the community who are well informed. So the administration is saying those who are in the mass adoption team, who are these? The 111,111 should be drama-free, meaning we should act as a unit. We should act in unison. We should act as one body. We should not act in disunity or in out of sync. We should be well synchronized. Now, 111,112th member and ongoing paying. Listen to this particular one. This is another one that many people has not taken time to look into. 111,112th member and onward paying the admin fee. Paying the admin fee. Paying the admin fee. I have repeated it 3 times, meaning it does not end when these 1 million billionaires, 111,111 are filled out. No. The people who are not in these numbers should consistently do the part they can do. Why will they need to do that? Simple, because some people that are there, which feel that they are comfortable and that nothing can take their position, they will slack. Slack means they will fall out of alignment. Slack means they would not be able to pay their admin fee. Slack means they may not be able to do broadcast, because that would be another qualification for you to become these members. Admin has clearly said it in my previous information, the one that was above. I said they are expected to become broadcasters. So this second phase of people that consistently and continually pay their admin fee will take over the position of those that fail to keep up with this training and the tasks required to complete. What are these tasks? What are the conditions? The administration has already said it. 1, pay your admin fee. 2, become a broadcaster. 3, make sure you are recruiting people into the Kringle Private Society. However you choose to go about it, it's up to you. But the administration was very clear. Look at it here. The administration said the mass adoption team will be trained to lead the way towards TBC becoming mass adopted in the year 2020. So do not get yourself bogged up. Calm down. Do what you are required to do. At this point, we are still raising the army to get to those numbers. But it will be good that every person in this team who are mass adoption team member to start getting themselves comfortable with broadcasting. Because I can tell you the truth. If you fail to become a broadcaster, you have already lost your position. So start getting yourself in alignment with this mindset, or else get yourself ready to fall out. Okay? All right. So what's the last thing? To those among us lacking vision, they may feel this promo is out of balance, but it is not. When the distribution phase is over, it will be very clear that this team deserved the reward. It was this particular instance that gave rise to the next one. The next one was the long-term effects, long-term benefits. The long-term benefits of being a mass adoption team member. All right, a notification has just come to me telling me that in a short while I'll need to make a broadcast on Facebook. So let me quickly round off. Okay, so where was I? I was talking about this particular video. Those who are broadcasters, start learning. Those who are full-timers, those who are mass adoption team members, it is a phase-by-phase process. Those who are mass adoption team members, if you have not watched this video, how to create a broadcast on your Facebook or on your KCBO, I would want you to take your time, watch this video. If you are in the mass adoption team, please do it, or you have an alternative. You can meet a leader. Let your leader teach you how to do a broadcast. It is very, very necessary. There is a difference between a broadcast and a video. Now, the administration is talking about those. Let me go back to it. Now, this is it. Now, let me come here. Including all will be expected to become broadcasters. Broadcasters are people who are doing live broadcasts. It is necessary you should be able to face the world and confront them, discuss with them, talk with them with confidence, ask questions, or they ask questions to you and you answer. Broadcasters are people who are balanced within the Kringle Private Society. It is needful that if you are a broadcaster, you should prepare yourself because the admin is getting his army ready. These are the people that are going to rule with the system when we get to economy phase. These are the people that you can see as at this present system as the presidents of countries. You see them as governors. You see them as House of Representatives. You see them as Senate House members. These are the 111,111 that are going to be in the Kringle Private Society. Let he that has an ear hear what I have to say. I've said enough on all this. Now, I don't want to say further. I've exhausted most of my time. I wouldn't want to talk so much about this. But if you look into these particular videos that I have had so far, on your own, you could look at it. These videos are showing excellent views, but the number of likes, I think it's not encouraging enough. Let us work on it. All right. Now, the next thing that I said I was going to talk about briefly was our national conference. Our national conference will be coming up very soon. Our national conference will be coming up by March. Now, our anniversary will be coming up 21st of March, but the national conference will span for 2 weeks. Now, within these 2 weeks, we're going to have it in 3 places within the country, Nigeria. The first place will be in the north, the second place will be in the west, and the third will be in the east. We all know these places. It has been said in previous broadcasts. Cindy has said that in some of his broadcasts. In fact, most of the broadcasts he has made, he has been emphasizing it. And Professor Solo has also done that. And a number of other Nigerian broadcasters has re-emphasized on it again and again and again. So please, those of you who are not willing, I want you to have a rethink, change your mind. It is us that are going to add value to the Kringle Private Society. In Nigeria, the fire has gone down. I think it is high time we come together, unite together and make a difference. The amount is not much. 13,000 is little. You can make a sacrifice of extra 3,000. So many of you are looking at it and saying, we don't have the money. I know you have it because you do not have enough zeal to make a difference. When you have zeal to make a difference and you are willing to see that this Kringle Private Society is a success, I tell you, you will do everything within your strength to make sure that this particular anniversary is a success. We are going to have dignitaries. I am certain that Stephen Caffey will be coming around. I am certain that Bederick will be coming around. And some other wonderful broadcasters will also feature in these 3 zones. It depends on where you find yourself. But please, do yourself one favor. Become part of us. And I think it's going to be outstanding. Okay? Now, that said, the last thing I want to talk about is a training that will be coming up on the 1st of February. 1st of February 2020, which is next month. Now, for those of us who has not gotten their standing yet in the Kringle Private Society, I think time is already against me. Now, within the Kringle Private Society, some of you who have not gotten your standing, I think it is high time you began to get yourself organized. Now, so many of you in the community are just holding up an opportunity, but you're not getting yourself well informed. I want you to understand that, like the current financial system exists, there is economics. Now, this system that was designed to my own understanding. I may be wrong and I may also be right. But the economics that we all know is a system that deals on scarce resources. Now, to be able to satisfy the insatiable and unending desires of human beings. So you see, we were meant to understand that resources are limited and there is much more that humans need to meet up with. And therefore, the governments are the people to pick up these resources, pick up the finance, and make sure that it is well distributed in a very reasonable manner among the people who their needs are insatiable. That is economics. But I stand to tell you that it is not as we used to think. We are building up a system called a system based on abundance. So we are going to start having our lectures from February 1st, 2020. Do yourself a favor to become part of it. For the next 1, 2, 3 weeks until 1st of February, I'm going to keep making this announcement again and again and again. Now, what are the things you stand to gain if you are going to take part in this particular training? Let me tell you. Quickly, let me show you. Okay, now this is it. We shall begin. Okay, let me make it as a slide. Now, this is it. We shall be having the training beginning from the 1st of February 2020. Now, what does it take to register? It is simple. All you need to do is use my referral link. As soon as you've used my referral link, when you look into this link, it is https kringle.cash/link equal to agent_Austin. Now, when you look at it here, if you look into my cursor, you will see agent_Austin. This is the username that you have to make use of in registering. As soon as you've done that, you do the registration. As soon as you've done your registration, you call my attention because there will be an extent it will tell you, contact your sponsor. As soon as you have contacted me, I would give you a verification telling you to go back and then complete your registration. Now, what does it take to become part of this? All you need to do is making a single payment of the administration fee. As soon as you've made a single payment of the administration fee, that is all that will be required. With the referral link, making a payment of the administration fee, you are through. And then in this training, what are the things you stand to gain? Let me tell you. In the training, this is for the beginner section. We are going to study about the history of money, history of slave trade, reasons for colonization and domination. We are going to talk about when did money switch from being an asset-based medium, which is gold-backed, to a medium of modernized slavery, fiat, debt-based global economy. We are going to talk about the chaos which the fiat-based system has caused in our world. We are going to talk about the imminent doom that will come upon humanity if nothing is done. We are going to talk about the dark web. We are going to talk about the inception of an encrypted and open-source digital medium of exchange, which we know as Bitcoin. This training is going to be very exciting. If you can make a single payment of the administration fee, the amount is $25. If you come in, this training is going to span for the next 3 months for the beginner section. Do yourself a favor. I'll be expecting you there. Now, furthermore, on the beginner section, we continue. We're going to talk about the fight to overthrow the territory of the elites. Who are the elites? We know who these elites are. Using Bitcoin and the resistance encountered. We're going to talk about the inception of the Kringle Private Society, having her own medium of exchange, Kringle coins, not under the jurisdiction of any government. Please, this is fundamental. When you have this understanding, you will know that we are private, we are self-regulated, and we are debt-free. Let's continue. What is the Kringle Private Society? We shall talk about it in details in this broadcast, in this beginners meeting. We're going to talk about what is the mission of the Kringle Private Society. Why can't the government decide to go against us and bring us to a stop? Now, this is very fundamental. Why can't the government decide to go against us and bring us to a stop? This is fundamental. Some people will be asking, how will this be possible? Come in for this particular training, you get yourself well informed. We're going to talk about what is conscious awakening of mass, what is the conscious awakening of the masses or mass adoption of Kringle coins as a medium of exchange. These are the things we are going to border upon in the beginner section. This section is very, very fundamental for beginners. This section is very fundamental for beginners. Please take note of this. Now, for the intermediary section, it is going to be one step at a time. For the intermediary section, I'll be fast now so that I can meet up. We're going to talk about a deeper look at the Kringle Private Society from its inception as a community up until now. We're going to talk about what is migration, what it takes to manage 1 billion active members within the Kringle Private Society. Why do we use alternative mediums of exchange to fund our Kringle Private Society instead of using our own medium of exchange known as Kringle Coin? Why do we use monthly administration fee to cater for expenses of our community instead of transaction fees? All these things will be brought to your attention in details in these classes. Please, I want us to be part of this. What does it cost you? Using my referral link, make your registration. It is just an admin fee for $25. Do yourself this favor. Furthermore, on the intermediary class, further insights on debt-based financial system, existing one versus equity-based financial system, the one that we are building. What will the community look like as 1 billion verified active members? Well-paying jobs provided by the 3 layers of millionaires within the Kringle private community that are being funded by the top 7 layers of billionaires within the same community. We're also going to talk about poverty has been brought to its knees. How will this be achieved? Stay with me. It is by the 1st of February 2020. This is going to be an exciting section within the Kringle Private Society. Do not miss out of it. Humanity regains her birthright from the hands of the elite. How will this be achieved? These are the things we shall talk about in the intermediary classes. Like I said, it is going to span for another period of 3 months. Now, the last one I'm going to talk about is the master's class. The master's class will border on how to build up confidence in yourself as a living being within the Kringle Private Society, especially mass adoption team members. Secondly, we're going to talk about how to repeat cycle 1 and 2 on all your prospects. That is the one I have talked about, which is beginners class and intermediary class. That is cycle 1 and cycle 2, respectively. Finally, we're going to, continuing, we're going to talk about how to introduce TBC or Kringle coins to individuals, which is bringing people in the Bitcoin bounty contest. We're also going to talk about how to introduce Kringle coins to small, average, and big merchants. We're also going to talk about how to understand and deal with social media marketing. After we have done all this, then we shall finally do an exam. The exam we are going to do, we will go TOS. After we have done the exam, you will be certified. The final examination and certification as a recognized Kringle Society member, proven in character and in learning. These are the things we are going to border on, starting from February 1st. So I don't want to go further. I'll continue to make this announcement up until February 1st. Please, if you are interested, I have dropped the link already in this particular video. If you need further information or clarification, do yourself a favor, make it a date with me. On February 1st, 2020, the classes will begin. Now, please do yourself one favor. Get yourself prepared, because so many people in the community are folding their arms. This is a new financial system. Knowledge is what matters to rule in this system. I am paying good attention to people who are coming in, especially the new recruits. If you've seen this video and you are interested, my phone number would always be available. You could send a message to me after this video. I want you to come in. Prepare yourself. $25 is not much. It is a sacrifice. Please take note of this. I will stop here. Thank you very much. Let me quickly go in for my Facebook broadcast. Till we meet again on Friday, do have a wonderful day. All right? Cheers. God bless you. Bye for now. Well, so many people are already, oh my God. I have 5 minutes to go. Let me quickly respond to these videos. Now, this person is saying, hi, hello, I greet you. Cindy is saying, greetings to you, brother. Nice to see you today. Thank you very much. Nice to see you again. Well done, boss. Thank you very much. And another one, good evening. Good evening, sir. And then, okay, Teresa, good evening. Madam, how are you doing? Fine. We must learn to support the broadcasters. This is the truth. I think the broadcasters should be supported very well. Now, to support is to encourage. To encourage is to be positive. TBC broadcast is a massive movement to bring an end to the elite system. Thank you very much, Brother Tindi. I really do appreciate. A topic with indebted deed morals, that is a serious issue. Okay, a topic with indebted deep morals, that is a serious issue, and when solved will rapidly make our system grow up with love and respect. Thank you very much, brother. That's very true. And this is brother you are doing good job. Yeah, thank you, John Chika. Thanks for coming on my broadcast for the first time. I really do appreciate. Abdullah Ahmad, brother, good evening. I greet you. I think I'm seeing you for the first time or second time on my broadcast. And you look like someone that has been in the Bitcoin bounty contest. Well, thank you for coming into the broadcast. Please, I wouldn't want us to go back. I want you to do well, encourage me. This broadcast will continue to grow by the day. Every blessed day, it continues to grow. So I want my broadcasters, I want my ordinary members, I want this particular hosts that are coming in to get to 100. I want it to get to 200. This shows activities happening in the community. And with that, we are building a community of active billionaires, millionaires, and the rest, as the case may be. 3 minutes to go for my Facebook broadcast. All right, I'll meet up. Now, we massively lack social evidence with our magnanimous admin, TBC admin, has so much tried and still trying to encourage us all to always like TBC posts. That's very true. Good afternoon, brother. Well done for your good works. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm not sure if I'll be able to read all these. These are so much. Wow, Stephen Coffee. Each time I see you, I'm so excited. Well, I think on our own, we should take time to look into this. I have to meet up with my Facebook broadcast because these people on Facebook do not know anything about Kringle Private Society. It is my responsibility in this mass adoption team to bring them in. All right. Thank you very much. All of you who have come in, you guys are the best. I love you guys. Do have a wonderful day. Cheers. Till meet again Friday, 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. West African time. Bye for now. God bless you.